What's up? Everybody? Your boy Ballard here. Welcome to the draft pre-show. This will not go on until the draft starts. It will, however, go on for maybe we could do an hour or so. Want to go ahead and talk the NFL draft here on a Friday afternoon. That being said, what happened yesterday? And we'll be live. I'll try to be live for the draft later tonight. Sportingnews.com puts out analysis for every pick. I guess it's going to keep updating rounds 1 through 3. We only had the first one last night. Hold on. Let me see. Yeah, let's look at this real quick. Let me make a banner. And don't forget, we'll be live tonight, but also live tomorrow at 12 Eastern. Hopefully, I'll let you guys know, but I would like to go live for rounds 4 through 7 tomorrow. I'd like to see all of the draft finally. So I've never actually sat down and watched the draft as a whole, but yeah. So let's take a look at some draft grades here for 2022. This via sportingnews.com. Grade B for Travon Walker to start out. Jaguars go for a disruptive pass rusher, but it's the more versatile in Walker for their 3-man front against Aiden Hutchinson. Trent Balk and Jacksonville, or Trent Balk and Jacksonville wanted Walker because he could be a force inside or out with some run-stopping pop too. Although Walker has a great athletic upside and a high ceiling, they did pass on some safer selections at other positions, including Hutchinson as a pure edge player. Well, he goes number 2 to Detroit. They grade that as an A. I think anybody that gets their hands on it, it's not even a steal. He slipped one spot, and that's it. Does it surprise me? No, but he gets to stay in the state of Michigan, I guess. So that's something cool there. Hutchinson doesn't have to move far from Ann Arbor, going back home to Detroit. The Lions can be thrilled. You're right. They use a 4-3 with Aaron Glenn as their defensive coordinator. Tough and relentless, straight up productive. I think he's just fast. So they grade the Lions an A. A B- for Derek Stingley to the Texans. Lovie Smith is the coach. Need the defense. He's a defensive guy, even though he's still screwed out the Tampa Bay Bucks. Sauce Gardner's an A. A- for Kayvon Thibodeau. How's it an A-? I think that's pretty good. Evan Neal or Ike Ekwonu. Okay, I get that. Now they do take Evan Neal. They had to be careful there though, because Carolina, I thought for sure would have took Evan Neal, considering that the first pick the Giants had, they did not. They did not take him. So they got a guy alongside Andrew Thomas here and Evan Neal, though. A right on the money for Ike Ekwonu, by the way. A+ for Evan Neal. This might be one of the most improved. Actually, I would say it's not going to be improved and the best are two completely different things. The New York Giants this year in 2022 will have the most improved offensive line in all of football. Will it be the best? Absolutely not. I still think they're miles from that. But if you want to talk improvement, which is a really big deal, especially for the New York Giants and Daniel Jones. I mean, here's the thing. I don't think the Giants need to let go of Daniel Jones yet. I don't think Giants fans need to be wanting that. I think Saquon is a great, a great running back. I think that protection, though, is very limited right now. And I think that, you know, they got Kadarius Toney. You got Kenny Galladay. You have Evan Ingram. You have all these guys. Sterling Shepard. You have these guys, but you don't have protection. You can't protect your quarterback. He can't make a big play downfield. You can't protect the running back. He can't run the ball downfield. So I credit them for taking Evan Neal. Not because he's a Bama player, but because he's an offensive tackle and they filled a need that they desperately needed this year in the draft that they've needed for a long time. One player in Andrew Thomas isn't going to do it, but two guys like that, Evan Neal and Andrew Thomas, I think you got something there. Drake London is a C-. Oh, crazy. They whiffed by not taking either Garrett Wilson, Chris Olave, Jameson Williams instead. That's the only issue. Drake London's a good pick, and they need a wide receiver. But they had better options. A+, or right on the money with an A for Charles Cross and Mississippi State going to the Seahawks. A pick from the Broncos, right? You got Drew Lock. You get rid of Russell Wilson. I say get rid of, you traded him. I still don't understand why Seattle would have done that, but you got Drew Lock if he is the guy. Unless they take a quarterback tonight or tomorrow, which you pretty much could bet on some quarterbacks going off the board tonight. Charles Cross of Mississippi State goes number 9 to Seahawks. And to round out the top 10, an A+, Garrett Wilson, a very empty wide receiver room for the Jets, and they fill it big time, at least a whole one now, right? Corey Davis and Elijah Moore, I understand that. It's still empty on the depth chart, but you need a big play guy like this. Great route running, speed, consistency overall, and I think it's really good. Back-to-back here, though, Chris Olave goes to the Saints, an A-. That's an aggressive trade, by the way. Overall, I thought it was a good first round. I think it was head-scratching, though. Philly, they took Jordan Davis. And here's the thing. I think they need to work on Jalen Hurts this season. Forget the draft. This season needs to be make or break for Jalen Hurts in Philadelphia. I understand you taking Jordan Davis. I understand working on the defensive side of the ball with Fletcher Cox. I understand that. That's great. That's big, and it helps your defense. That's going to be key. Getting the ball back, though. And do you trust Philadelphia's offensive line long term? That's a big question there, folks. Do you trust the offensive line of Philadelphia? I think you do in some capacity. Shoot. They got a Brown. They basically, here's what they did. They got a weapon alongside Devontae Smith, right? They got that. They got Jordan Davis on the defensive side of the ball. This year needs to be make or break for Jalen Hurts, I think. And I say that in a loving and kind way because I love Jalen Hurts. I don't think his starting role is necessarily on the hot seat, but I think this could be a big year. He's entering year 3 with the Eagles, year 3 as a starter. By this point, he should be winning enough games in the worst division in the NFL, by the way. Just win enough games, beat the teams you got to beat, like the Giants, the Commanders, and my mind's gone blank. NFC East, Cowboys. Oh, yeah. Who could forget them, right? I promise that wasn't a troll job. I literally for a split second, it kind of went blank there. beat those teams, then start worrying about the rest of your schedule. And the schedule releases next month, here in a couple weeks, actually. We'll see what it like, and maybe I can do some predictions, but they got to worry about on a consistent basis beating those in conference or individual division teams that they have. You get what I'm saying. They got AJ Brown from the Titans in a big time trade, a blockbuster trade. It's huge. He's alongside Devontae Smith. They get Jordan Davis on the defensive side of the ball, which they desperately need. This is huge, right? Nick Sirianni is entering his second season as the head coach. Doug Peterson's now in Jacksonville, right? I think it's for Jalen Hurts. It's not necessarily on the coach. Although you look at Nick Sirianni and you say this has to be about the quarterback. Can you build this offense? Can you work with it? And believe it or not, 9 times out of 10, I think defenses can help a quarterback out more ways than none, because if they can make stops and force a 3 and out and they're not giving up points, all he has to do is go out and score. If you could just hold the other team scoreless, and a guy like Jordan Davis could do that overall, and just great consistency, run stopper, and he, how do I put it? Was it a steal at 13? I thought he'd go top 10. I think he fell a little bit, but overall, I think the Eagles got their guys. Let's keep going. Kyle Hamilton, definitely. Marcus Williams, right there. You need more secondary help here, right? He's a generational safety. Baltimore Ravens get him. I'd take him right there. Houston Texans with Kenyon Green. At some point, they got to take a quarterback, unless they want to work with Davis Mills. I'm sorry, not Miles. Kenyon Green. Yeah. They had to go somewhere. Where did they go the first time? Let's double check. Derek Stingley. Okay. Then Kenyon Green. Jahan Dotson is a B for Washington. Get a deep threat, right? They need that playmaking outside receiver, a vertical threat, right? Carson Wentz needs that guy. They got Terry McLaurin, but they needed a receiver. Jahan Dotson right there is a big pickup. Tennessee Titans with a Treylon Burks. Why, though? I mean, A.J. Brown and you go Treylon Burks? In the first round? Kenny Pickett is a B. Trent McDuffie's a B. Help the secondary of Kansas City out. Got to get the defense back and going in KC. They got some guys, obviously, as we know, but they need some secondary help. Quay Walker is a D for Green Bay. I thought that was one of the saddest picks Green Bay could have done. I think with the loss of Devontae Adams, I would have gone receiver, honestly. I mean, come on. Fill that hole. Not that Quay Walker is a bad player. He's not. But if you're Green Bay, you're working with Aaron Rodgers, you want to show that you care. I mean, this is like 2 years ago. It's like the past couple years for the draft. Can they just in the first round invest? They went defense in the first round a couple years ago. They drafted a quarterback in Jordan Love, which I think he'll be good. I don't know. I mean, he's not going to start in Green Bay until Aaron Rodgers is officially out of there, and he's still there. They gave you a D on this pick. I give you an F. This is ridiculous. It's a great talent. It's a good linebacker, and it's definitely a need. But it wasn't a day one priority. I understand that the wide receiver heavy draft within the first 20 picks, and they were taking all those guys. But I mean, you could have even worked on the offensive line a bit. Tyler Smith, look, they're giving the B to the Cowboys. By the way, Kaiir Elam is a B for the Bills. I like that secondary help there. Trade up with Baltimore. Tyler Linderbaum, center. Yeah, they lost Bradley Bozeman. I'm trying to remember where Bozeman went. He went to. I'm trying to remember. Someone remind me. He was an Alabama player. Jermaine Johnson, an A plus. From the Buccaneers, you trade. The Jaguars take Devin Lloyd. I like that to help with their pass rush. And then 3-down coverage skills will be a nice complement to active tackling addition. Foyesade Lukun. What? Lukun? I don't even know. Devontae Wyatt to Green Bay. Cole Strange to Chattanooga, or to New England from Chattanooga, is a B minus. Yeah. Karlaftis from Purdue to the Chiefs. Daxton Hill. Then Minnesota trades and gets Lewis Cine. That's an A. There's no explanation on that one, really. Actually, here it is. Yeah. Anyway, I'm gonna put this in the comments here. This link. We're here. This is the pre-show of the draft for round 2 and 3 tonight. We'll be live, or I don't know if I got it scheduled. I'm definitely gonna try to watch it. We'll see what happens, but we at least got this pre-show going. So. Let me see. So round 2, again, that's tonight, starting with the Bucks. Offensive guard, the biggest need. Breece Hall is the best fit. The best available on the board still is Nakobe Dean, which I was talking last night with Mayhem Matthew about, why he's still on the board. I don't know. And why the Bucks had to trade. I mean, you could have just took you could have took Nakobe Dean right there at 27, I think, personally. We'll see. I think the biggest pickup, though, I think the Jets, man, they had to have won tonight with Ahmed Gardner. Let me see. Who else did they take? Just looked at this. It's hard to keep up with all this. So they took Garrett Wilson and they took Sauce Gardner. So they work on the secondary, and they got a guy that he can cover in practice in Garrett Wilson, who's like a Big Ten Player of the Year or whatever. They traded that, by the way, from Seattle at one point, number 10. I think the Jets with that duo won the night there. Had to have. I give the Texans credit on their O-line with Kenyon Green. Washington gets a playmaking receiver. I don't understand fully the trade, though. Hold on. So here we go. So the trade that went down last night between Tampa and Jacksonville, Tampa Bay traded the 27th pick in exchange for the 2nd, the 4th, and the 6th round selections of this year from Jacksonville. So they get 33, which will start tonight. They get 106, which I think is in the 3rd round, and they get 180 overall. So 106 actually starts day 3. So they start today and tomorrow. So, and then I mentioned pick 180 is from Jacksonville. That starts the 6th round too, because Jacksonville originally would have, having the first pick, that basically had them set up for having the first pick of each round. So they gave 6 and I guess the start of round 3 tonight. Or round 2, I should say, to Tampa Bay. But I'm excited, man. Tampa Bay Buccaneers having the first pick of the night at 33. Tom Brady comes back. Don't know what they're going to do. I don't even know what they could steal something here. Like they probably set themselves up. They probably have something interesting in mind. We'll see. But I'm excited for it. And again, we double checked the round order tonight. Let me share screen. ESPN. Tampa Bay, Minnesota, Tennessee, New York Giants. Then you have the Texans, the Jets, the Bears, Seahawks back-to-back, 41 and 40. Colts, Falcons, the Browns, the Ravens, the Lions, Washington, Commanders. You got the Bears again. You got the Saints, the Chiefs, the Eagles, the Steelers, the Packers, Patriots, Cardinals, Cowboys, Bills, Falcons, Packers, Bucks again, Seattle Seahawks. Or I'm sorry, that's the 49ers, not the Seahawks. I apologize. Got them mixed up. And they're rivals too, so someone's going to come after me. The Chiefs, the Bengals, and the Broncos here in round 2. And then round 3, Jacksonville, Minnesota, New York, Texans, the Titans, the Jags. I believe pick 70 is from the Bucks. 71 is the Bears. Then you got the Seahawks, the Colts, the Falcons, Broncos, Ravens, Vikings, Browns, Chargers, Texans, the Giants, the Falcons, the Eagles, the Steelers, and so on and so forth. You can see all this. The Bucks get 3 picks tonight. 3 picks. 1, and then I think 2 in the second round to start here. And then 60. So 33, 60, and I think one of those was 91 overall. Yes. 33, 60, and 91. And the Bucks are on the clock. 3 picks tonight. So let's go, boys. I'm excited. So let me go to this one here. I kind of talked a little bit about it, but I want to talk more on this one. This is from NBC Sports here, I guess from Philadelphia. This one is the effects that A.J. Brown will have on Devontae Smith's career. This was posted 2 hours ago from NBC Sports Philly.
Talking to Howard just a few minutes ago.
This is Reuben Frank, an Eagles insider.
He said it kind of came down to the wire.
Keenan Allen had a terrific season for the Chargers in 2013,
there's no contract,
leading all NFL rookies with 1,046 receiving yards. More even than DeAndre Hopkins.
There was a lot going on.
A great start. But year two didn't go so well. Allen dropped down to 783 yards.
24.
His yards per catch fell from 14.7 to 10.2.
I think you get,
and it goes on, obviously. And touchdowns were cut in half from 8 to 4.
That are legit.
Looking back now, his position coach, Nick Sirianni, realizes that Allen just needed some help. Once Tyrell Williams,
who is an embarrassment of riches,
established himself as a legit number 2 receiver, Allen took off, recorded 5 straight Pro Bowl seasons. Sirianni mentioned Allen Thursday, as he often does, after the Eagles acquired A.J. Brown from the Titans, because he's hoping that Brown becomes Devontae Smith's Tyrell Williams.
In that 2019
so
draft.
Basically, he's hoping that Devontae Smith is still going to be receiver number 1, but they're hoping A.J. Brown can be that number 2 guy, so that way it's not just Devontae Smith.
So
last time
with more yards
the Eagles had 2 legit wide receivers. Jeremy Maclin and Jordan Matthews had big years playing for Chip Kelly in 2014.
Tommy McDonald,
but you really have to go back to Deshaun Jackson and Maclin to find 2 wideouts that defense really had to game plan for. They both had averaged over 55 yards a game in 2010. 2011 and 2012, and no other Eagles wide receiver tandem has ever done that. Not even Charles Johnson or Torrance Small. Right? So basically, what I could say is this, right? You have A.J. Brown come in from the Titans, who was their best receiver practically. You have him come in, and you got the Heisman winner in Devontae Smith. These 2 guys have a chance for history. These 2 guys have a chance to do something that hasn't been done in almost a decade with the Eagles, is 2 legit receivers with
pretty much part of the game now.
A lot of targets and catches. Let's see, 70 catches in the same season was 1996. They got, you improve the O-line a bit, and you give Jalen Hurts time in the pocket, he can deliver 70 passes, right? He can do that. Trust me when I say this. You got to give Jalen Hurts the props and credit that he deserves. He's a great quarterback. You got to protect him. And you got to trust that he can be the guy that can deliver the football to his receivers, right? So I'll say this. This could be something very interesting and possibly historic with A.J. Brown and Devontae Smith in Philadelphia. A great receiving duo. It could be the best receiving duo in the league. And we're talking about Chris Godwin and Mike Evans in Tampa Bay. And we're talking about everything that the Chiefs have too. There's a lot that goes into it. But I think the Eagles are set up, and I think that Nick Sirianni is the guy that can be the right head coach for it, an offensive-minded guru that can work with it.
Wanted to stand out. So if you want to stand out,
and we'll see. They were 25th in passing yards per game last year. That's their lowest since 2003.
Yeah,
that's the season after they had made the NFC title with Tampa Bay, and they lost to them, who went on to win a Super Bowl.
Out today. Not everybody can wear a hat like that. So we pulled it off.
And this part here says it all, I think. Part of that was Hurts finding his way. But when Jalen Reagor is getting 750 snaps
a lot of guys today,
in 17 games, J.J. Arcega-Whiteside and Greg Ward, another 415 combined, it's not going to do wonders for your passing numbers, right? And those are great numbers. Those are, they're not bad players. They're not bad numbers, but they're not deep everyday playmakers. They're good. And maybe they can work to become that, but they need that I think the Eagles need to be veteran-led. I think they need to be veteran, well-known led. And I think a guy like A.J. Brown is definitely the way to go. And I think he'll be a big help, as this says here from Ruben Frank of Eagles Insider ABC Sports. He will have a major impact on Devontae Smith going forward in Philadelphia. So That's my thoughts on it. I'm excited for, man. I'm just excited to see what the Bucks do tonight. Really, all these teams. You wish them all the best. You wish all the, the prospects best of luck where they land too. Let me put this link here. So, it's the biggest trade of the recency, I would say. I'm surprised they were talking about trading Mayfield last night. I was like, if they trade him on draft night, man, come on. Why would you do that? I mean, if the Browns really not want Mayfield anymore, they trying to get rid of him. I understand they bring in Watson, but that's a team to keep an eye on tonight. Browns, Texans, you want to watch every pick, obviously. I think the Steelers, they took Kenny Pickett. Now you want to see if they invest in that. Do they go offense tonight? Do they work on the defense, which they really don't need to too much. They still got guys like, I think, Terrell Edmonds or whoever. Anyway, looks like Raj is live. I think I'm going to go over there and check him out for a bit. But I appreciate anyone who did stop in. I know nobody showed up in the comments, but I love you guys. I'm going to get out of here. Thanks so much for showing up. If you're watching this back, please hit the like and subscribe. Really would appreciate it. The Buccaneers are on the clock tonight at 7 Eastern. So I love y'all. Jesus loves you. He's got a great plan. Like, comment, and subscribe, and we'll see you next time. Ballard Sports Media, checking out. Love y'all. Peace.